Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to Garden Sewing. Today I want to share something with you. You know how I always say how much I love kale soup? Well, what I want to do today is I want to share with you how I make the broth for my kale soup. It's a process when I make soup. I make my own broth and then I do my soup. So I want to share with you how I make the broth. So come along with me in the kitchen, and so we can get started. All right, everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Yay, I'm in my kitchen. I'm going to make my broth that I use for my soup, my kale soup, and I like to share the information with you. Now, the ingredients that I use, these are the ingredients that I like to use. So you use whatever ingredients you like to use, but make sure when you use your ingredients, you taste it, the broth as it's cooking, make sure it tastes good, because your broth, a good tasting broth, is going to make a good tasting soup. Yes. So let me get started. I have my pot on the stove already, and I have the fire on already. So the ingredients that I put a whole lot of things in it, y'all. So these are ginger. I'll drop them in here, my ginger. Now these are the ingredients that is a must in all my soups. Ginger, this, turmeric, I put that in there. I peel them. Now the ginger, I put the ginger in with the skin. I don't peel my ginger. I make sure I give it a good cleaning, and then I put it in. And then I have my garlic. Now my garlic, I didn't crush them. Hold on one moment, y'all, while I crush my garlic. Naturally, let me crush my garlic. I just use a food spatula to crush the garlic. And what that does, it once it gets the oxygen and makes it more flavorful. The flavors pop more when you crush it. Well, at least that's what I think anyway. That's what I read. But that's what I do. So here's my garlic. It's crushed. See? I can tell it's crushed, yeah. So I put that in there. And I turn my fire on high. Alright. That's the garlic. Now, this is not going to be a vegetable soup. This is going to be the broth is not going to be a vegetable broth. It's going to be chicken and beef. Just different scraps that I put aside for it, okay? So, the next thing I have here is kale and collard stems. So what I do, and these are right out the freezer, y'all. These are the collard. I just drop them in there. That's the kale. I'm sorry, the collard. And the shorter ones that you don't see the kale on it is because that's the kale. All right, and see, I use celery from the freezer. You know, and of course everything is clean because I clean everything before I use them. Make sure you clean them off. Even if it's organic, you know, you clean your vegetables off. I do anyway. I clean everything. Alright, these are the stems. Just gonna drop them in there. And the rest are the leaves. So instead of me you see, these are the leaves and the small stems of smaller, like, I don't know what this might be, whatever I use. The smaller stems are another some type of herb that I had used. So I'm just going to pour this whole bag in there because the big pieces are already in the pot. And so that ends that. Okay. Now this frozen dandelion. They're not. It's still somehow frozen, but yeah. These are dandelion. The bottom parts of it that I didn't use. Instead of throwing them in the trash, and I don't have a compost, I just put it in there. And yes, I put my hand in my water. I'm eating it. It's my soup. All right. So that's the dandelion. Now, like I said, this is not going to be a vegetable soup. I'm just emptying out my freezer so I can start all over. Now, I fixed some steak. So this is a steak bone. I'm going to put that in there. Steak bone. And chicken feet. Organic chicken feet. Okay, again, these are clean already, so I'm just going to drop them in. I'll probably put this size pot, maybe 6 chicken feet. Now, a lot of people, instead of going through this, they'll use Maggi Polo, or you know, the cube. I don't know what they call it, but you know what I'm talking about. Me, I prefer to make my own, but if you choose to use that, that's good. And some people do both, you know. The more the merrier. Now, these, my onions that I peel, and some stems. I got some onion skins, some more stems from vegetables in here. I'm just going to dump this bag in here. And again, I clean everything before I use them. So these are already clean. I just do my, see, pieces of the onion, everything. I just throw all my vegetables in here. And I used to put my eggshells in here as well, but ever since I started the grow tent, see, some more onions, you know, skin and all, put everything up in there. Ever since the grow tent, I use my egg shells. I crush them up, grind them, and use them for the soil, as calcium for the soil. So no more eggshells in here. Now these are, let me just rinse this off because it still have some. It has some ice on it from the freezer. Now the carrots. These carrots are leftovers that I didn't use from before, and I just throw them in the freezer, you know. So of course, you see, I used the tops from another soup, but this one I'm going to cut in big pieces. And just put them on in there. I mean, everything go in the stock. Everything. Cut them in big pieces. Because when it's finished simmering and sitting overnight, I have a strainer that I'm going to use to strain everything out. Yes, I am. All right. Now, here's some more stems. I eat a lot of vegetables. A lot of vegetable soup. And I'm still waiting for y'all to give me some more ideas to use kale other than just in soup. Because I will use I love soup. I'm a soup lover. And I'm a kale soup lover. Alright, these are some spices that I didn't use. I can't tell what they are. It looks like, you know what? Oh, parsley. Parsley. These are parsley. Put that up in there. I'm sure I have some stems in there already. Now, of course, y'all see these defrost I've been having. These are the green onions, store-bought. Of course, you know, I'm growing my own now. Yay! You know, everything I use in soup, I'm growing. I'm growing myself. Now, this here, for those who eat chickpeas or garbanzo beans, whichever you call them, this is the water from the garbanzo bean, and it's called agua faba. And this, look it up on the internet. Look at the health benefits. The agua faba, the water from the chickpeas are the health benefits. And guess what? You're gonna start saving it and using it. Now, I normally use either olive oil in here, or I like Kerrygold Irish butter, you know, because it's grass-fed, from grass-fed cows. And I'm going to use that. The Kerrygold, yeah. I love this butter. This is so yummy. So I'm going to put a big chunk in here. Big chunk. And now, for the spices, yay! 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, these are some of the seasons that I use. I like to put bay leaves in there. Oregano. Of course, I'm growing my own yard. Yay! I'll be having my own. This is so exciting. Okay. Black pepper. Now, anytime you use turmeric, you have to use the black pepper, because the black pepper activates the, I think it's called a coumarin or something inside the turmeric. So the turmeric and black pepper go hand in hand. If you use turmeric, you have to use the black pepper. And I love my spices, cayenne pepper, the powder. And I'm growing those also. I'm so excited. Okay. You know, I'm just happy. So I'm going to put some oregano in here. Let me just open this. Oh, I do like this. Oregano. I love oregano. Imagine when mine grow and it's fresh. Yay! I'll be excited for that. I'm using thyme. I have fresh thyme also, but I like to add extra thyme, so just a little bit of thyme, not much. Black pepper. And I don't measure anything, so I can't even begin to tell y'all how much of anything. But, you know, we are all cooks in here, so we know what flavors we like and how much of it to use. Cayenne pepper, I love my spices. I'm going to open this a bit. And since I'm the only one that eats the soup, and I love spicy food, I'm going to put a handful in here. You know, cayenne pepper is woo. And I'll be woo woo right along with it. All right. Put these over here out the way. And one more ingredient. is my Celtic sea salt. Now, this Celtic sea salt is more minerals than, this is nothing like, you know, the store-bought salt that they use or that they be selling. But I just take a handful, you know, this much, and then maybe another one the same amount, because it's a big pot. The broth is going to be a lot. All right, put that in there. Celtic sea salt. That's the way to go, y'all. Get away from that table salt. Get back to natural. Either this Celtic gray sea salt or pink Himalayan salt is good too. But me, I prefer the Celtic sea salt. Yeah. Put a pinch of that. And now I give it a stir. Now my fire is on high until it starts boiling. Once it starts boiling, you have to turn it down to simmer and cover it. And check it every now and again, because you want to keep that water in there. Alright, look at that. Now, tell me that don't look appetizing. Just like that. So this is my broth that I'm making. And once it starts boiling, I'm going to turn it down and let it simmer for 10 to 12 hours. So when it starts boiling, I'll be back. All right. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and guess what? It's boiling. Yay! So this is a rapid boil. This is what you want to see, and as you can see, everything rised up higher to the rim. So make sure when you start off, don't fill your pot with water. Make sure you give enough room for the vegetable stems and everything else that you put in here to swell with the water. Okay, now this is exactly how I want it. Give it a little stir. Stir all these goodies around, all these good health benefits around in this water. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Now I'm going to turn my fire down as low as I can possibly get, because at this point it's time for it to simmer for 10 to 12 hours. Oops. Yes, so I hope y'all you know, if you haven't been making your own broth, I hope this encourages you to start making your own broth, because guess what, y'all? We need the money for other things, you know. So I do anyway. I'm trying to still continue to save money to purchase things for for the grow tent. I still have to get my ventilation. I still have to get a floor fan. The fan that I have, it doesn't swivel, so I need one that swivel. And other things that I want to purchase other than stock. If I can make my own stock, I'm going to make my own stock, which is what I'm doing. So I'm going to end this. The next time you see me, I will show you how, you know, the finishing results and the cool down point. All right. that's it. So whatever y'all doing, enjoy your day, and I will see y'all in about 10 to 12 hours. During that time, I'll be tasting my broth to make sure it's to my taste liking, my taste buds like it, so that when I do my soup, it's good. All right, everyone. See you in a few minutes. Okay, everyone, I'm back. You know, I have the sweet potatoes. Y'all remember my sweet potatoes, the long stem? Well, I cut it down, put it in water, and I'm thinking, let me go ahead while I'm waiting for the soup to simmer. Let me put my slits in soil because I think it's past time for it to go in. Um, you know, some of the leaves are turning. This one, look, it's like almost getting hard. But the roots, you see, that's one. Uh, this is another one. And I cut these 3 days ago. And look, I mean, you know, the roots are already on here. So I figure, let me just go ahead. Some of them had the roots on it already. I say, let me just go ahead and put them in the soil. See? Yeah, it's time. So here we go, y'all. I'm so excited. Sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes in my soup as well. But not this time. I won't have any this time. So I have this 5-gallon bucket. I have my hole in it. And it might be too much. I'm not sure, but time will tell. So what I'm going to do first, cover my hole because it's a big hole in there. Cover my hole with the coffee grind paper so that the soil don't seep through. Let me bring you downstairs so you can see what I'm doing because you don't need to see me. Now, the thing I'm going to use that, I'm gonna put organic natural potting mix. I'm going to put black cow manure. I'm putting potting soil. I'm going to use bone meal, and also, I'm sorry, not bone meal. This is the blood meal, and also my eggshells that I grinded up into a powder form. See, I use my coffee grinder for that, and it's specifically for my eggshells and my herbs. All right, so let me get started, and I hope y'all hang out with me while I do my planting of my sweet potatoes. So I'll start out with, well, let's get my gloves. Hold on. Okay. So I need my gloves, and I more than likely need my shovel to mix the soil. Last time I mixed the soil with my hand, which I might do again this time. Oh, and you know what? I said I was going to get 511. I got the 511. Now, I know I'm in the apartment. It's good for indoors and outdoors. I'm going to use a small teaspoon of the 511 with this full. A teaspoon of the 511 and this full. Okay. So now let's get started. This is the organic soy, which I know I don't have enough, but I have another bag that I'll use, add to this. Alright. Alright. Let me put it right there. Now, nothing is water. Everything is dry. Once again, I'm going to use potting soil. Let me get my scissors. You know, they don't make these things easy to open. Ooh, all right, dump my soil on the floor. So as you know, I'm one of the apartment gardeners. I garden in my apartment, and on the floor, this black thing you see is a big lawn trash bag, and underneath I have a big cardboard from one of my big deliveries from Amazon. I used the box to make it sturdy. So here's the soil. I'm gonna add some soil. And I also bought, I might as well put the whole bag, and then I'll open another bag for the top. Alright? That's the potting soil. This is the black cow. Got fertilizer. The black cow, I'm using all of this. And of course I'm going to put some more just at the top where the slits are going to be. And I'll add some, well, let me give this a mix. Let me mix this up. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I don't want to be in the way. You know me, I don't like being in the way. I want y'all to see what I'm doing. Give it a good mix. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do now is put some blood meal. You know, I don't have a clue how this looks, but I know I see some of the gardeners using it. So, my turn. So, I'll use the blood meal. I'm just going to sprinkle it. This is it says organic source of nitrogen. Good for the roots. I'm not going to mix it. Ooh, it stinks too. I'm not going to mix it all the way down. Alright. And then the coffee grind. Of course, sprinkle some coffee grind in here. Again, everything is dry. I water everything. I might have to make it damp. Might have to make it damp to put the slits. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. So like I was saying, I bought a mesh trellis to go inside of the grow tent. I didn't put it up yet, but I know I'm going to need to put it up for this so this can have a place to run along with my tomatoes. Yeah. So I have to figure out how I'm going to set it up in there, and then I'll show y'all. Now here's the eggshells. Sprinkle this in there. Eggshell gives calcium. Alright, that's the eggshell. And then I'm going to add some more potting soil. Now, there's a big bag, so I am not going to attempt to pick this thing up. I'm going to use my hand as a scooper and scoop this in with my hand. So take a few handfuls. Potting mix. Alright. Mix it up a little bit. Don't go so deep, because what I'm going to do, alright, I think that should, let me see. I think that should be, let me just put some more. You know what, y'all, I don't know. Because I know they grow underground, which is why I got this tall container. You know what, I'm using my gloves. This will help. Alright, let me just do this. Alright, here I go, y'all. Okay. Put that over there for now. Just mix this up. And I want to put, since this is a thick layer, I want to put some more coffee grind. Just sprinkle it on the top. Coffee grind. Because I want this to be nice and hearty for when I harvest it to eat. Yum, yum. Put some more eggshells. Some more calcium. Alright, not much. Yeah. On this part. Alright. Put some more blood meal. And if I'm supposed to use something else, y'all, I don't have it. I'm using what I have. And maybe later on down the line, when I see someone else do their sweet potatoes, I can add. But for now, this is what I'm using. Blood meal. If y'all hear that noise in the background, my family is walking around. It's all good though. Let me give this a little mix. That way it's on the top as well. And then I will lay my slits in here. My potato slits, the way how I want it to grow. So, let me get my dress out the way. Put this on. Oh, actually, I can put this over here and move the table up. Oh, okay. Move this up. Woo! Look at me. I'm making a mess, y'all. That's okay. Because guess what? Gardening is messy, whether you're inside or out. It's a good mess. Okay, so now, I'm not sure, y'all. If y'all see anything different, y'all let me know. But you see how this is, the roots? I'm going to lay it down like this. Now see what I'm doing? Just covering it a little bit for now with the goodies. Make it a little deeper. Like this. Alright? So that's one. I might put like 4 in here, y'all. If it's too much. I don't know. Come harvest time. Okay. This one is a second one. I want it to lay like this. Put the soil on. This one came up. Alright. I'm not worrying about it too much because I'm putting more soil on top. Okay, here's the third one. I'm gonna put this. I'm thinking how the trellis is gonna be because I want to grow in that way, you know, towards that way, towards the trellis. So I'll put this one over here like this. That's 3. I'm not, like I said, I'm not worrying about the roots hanging because I'm putting more soil on top of this. And let me see, this one more, 4. All right. And even if I get little sweet potatoes, who cares, you know? I just want some sweet potatoes. I'm gonna put this right here. This could go right here. And this will roll that way still. This one keep coming up. Okay. What y'all say about one more? Could I squeeze one more in here? Should I or should I not? And remember, I have 2 5-gallon buckets. This one is 1. There's 2. This one I'm gonna leave in the water a little longer. 2. I think these are the ones that I cut. Yeah, these are the ones that I cut. See, look at it. It's rooting. These are going to go in the other 5-gallon bucket I have. That's 3. Here go another one. It's getting little roots. That's 4. And this one. It's getting little roots. 5. I'm going to put this in the other 5-gallon. Now, how many slits? 1, 2, 3. I have 4 slits in here. I'll put 1 more. This one. This is a big one. This is one of the original ones. I'll put this one right here. Because this is going in the corner, so it can go up this way and that way. And y'all know I don't know how, if this is too much for this one pot. But time will tell. See that? Now, that's 5 slits in this 5-gallon pail. And like I said, if the sweet potatoes come out little, who cares? They're still going to be edible, you know? I'm still going to eat them. So now I'm going to put some more potting mix on top. And the way how I'm doing this is how I'm going to do the other one when the roots on it mature, gets more mature. You see? Well, I'm not going to cover any leaves, just the roots. And I'm going to call myself training it to grow towards the trellis. So this side is going to be clear. And that way, near the roots, there's fertilizer for it. And after the roots, when it gets deeper, more fertilizer. Yay! Okay, y'all, I'm excited. I'm getting excited now. I'm getting so happy. So that's it, everyone. I planted my sweet potato slits. And let's see how that turned out. Oh. Now, I bought a drip tray, but it's not big enough, so I'm going to use the top, the lid, as a drip tray. It'll catch the water for now. No, probably forever. Yeah, why not? That'll catch the water. I think I need to put some more soil in here because I'm still seeing some of the roots. I want it to be nice want a good harvest. And I want it to be happy. If it's happy, it'll make me happy. Come harvest time. Alright. So now it's time for the water. Right? And then I'll put it in the corner and it'll go on each side of the corner. Time for the watering and my 511. This 511, Miss Linda, she gave a lot of props to 511, so I'm going to do it myself as well, just to see. Just to see. It's my water. I got these because I don't feel like counting a 5-gallon, but I just want to put the 511 in here. Let y'all see. Just have some water. Alright. I ain't worrying about this. That ain't nothing but water. I'll get it later. And get my 511 out. Let me take these gloves off. I don't want anything spilling. Everybody talk about how stinky stink. So I want to be really extra careful. I mean extra careful. Alright. So this is what I'm going to use. And I'm hoping it don't be too much. I didn't read the back. I'm just taking a guess. Ooh, needs to be open. Oh my Lord. Okay, that wasn't so bad. All right, close this thing. Maybe I gotta shake it. Ugh, I can smell it. Ooh. 2 tablespoons, 25 square. Okay. See, these go by the soil. Don't go by ingrowing. And again, I have to read it. But for now, I will use a level teaspoon. And hopefully it's not too much. Ew, look at it. Oh. See? A level teaspoon. And then I'll stir it inside the water. This thing's stinky, y'all. Yeah, it's stinky. Stir. And what I like about this here, why I ain't worrying about it so much, because it says it don't burn. It doesn't burn the roots. It's not going to burn the flower. So I figured, let me just get it right on the top, and then when I water it with the big gallon of water, now I'm wondering, I know this take a lot of water, it has to stay wet, not wet. The leaves are getting wet. Ooh, there you go. This thing's stinky. Got this in the room by itself. Yes, this is in a room by itself. All praises. Cause I don't know if I want to sleep in this. Smelling it throughout the house. My parents will probably put me out. Nah. I'm a mama's baby and a daddy's baby. they know I love them too. I take care of them. That's why I'm here. Normally, I live in Virginia, but I'm here helping my parents out. They need a little assistance, so I'm here helping. Put some more water on this. And then I'm going to call it the day until later on when we check my broth. And you know what, y'all? I'm telling y'all, at least when you make your own broth, you know what's in it. You know what you're putting in it. You know? Especially when you're growing your own things. You're putting the things that's in your garden in there. You can't go wrong with that. So I'm hoping that this video will encourage, even if it encourages one person to start making their own broth for their soup, or even for a gravy or what have you. You know, we got this, our garden going on. Why not, right? Make our own everything. Yeah. All right, y'all. So that's the planting of my sweet potato, and me putting the soil, mixing up my soil, and the stinky 511. Thank you, Miss Linda. I don't mean to shout you out every time, but you know, y'all just give good information. But anyway, the 511, Miss Linda, she loves this 511, and she's been using it for years. So, and then I seen other people. She encouraged other people to use it, and never got a bad report from it. So why not try? I mean, if it's gonna grow healthy, make a healthy harvest, why not use it? It's better than using, well, anyway, you know what? I'm going to end on that note, and I will see you later on when my broth is done with its simmering. Okay? So y'all enjoy this beautiful day. We have sunshine. My grow tent is sunshine all the time for 18 hours. It's on a timer. And happy growing. Okay? Until later on, enjoy this beautiful day, y'all. Take advantage of it. Get out there in the garden. Even if you just sit down out there and sip on your coffee. All right. See y'all later. All right, everyone. I'm back. My broth is done. Yay! And it is yummy. So, well, I already strained my vegetables from it. And it's good to go. So let me let you take a peek at it. And it is good. Yum, yum. Let's see. Let's get a peek at my broth. And this is when it's stirred up. This is so good, y'all. I taste it. And it is so good. What I'm going to do is put some in this for the mornings so that I can have me some vegetable tea. That's how good it is, and I know it's going to make a good soup. So let me do that really quick. Let me see if I can get it down here where y'all can see this. Well, Y'all know what I'm going to do. And another thing, there's some ingredients that I left out. The bay leaves. So I went on ahead and put my bay leaves in. I had to wound up putting in more sea salt. But it's perfect now. So I strained it. How I strain mine, I use a regular strainer to get the big pieces out. And then I use that same strainer and put a cheesecloth inside that strainer so that it can get the little, sometimes all of the ingredients like the pepper and whatever little particles that's left behind, it don't come out. And I like my, when I make my vegetable tea, I like it smooth. I don't want to taste any anything in it other than smoothness. You know, grittiness or anything. It don't be gritty, but it be the peppers sometimes don't cook all the way or whatever it be. Anyway, I get that out. So this is yummy, and you know what? I think I'm gonna have another taste. Yay! And hold on, y'all. And I'm gonna use my coffee cup. This is so good. Yum, yum. And it smells scrumptious. This is so good. All right. I could taste this in the morning, y'all. I could drink this in the morning. I could drink this in the afternoon. Now, whenever you could drink your broth without it being nasty or what have you, you know it's good. And I meant to mention, now, I didn't let it go the whole 10 to 12 hours. I did it for 8 hours because it's getting late and I want to turn my stove off. But I wanted to turn the stove off. But now, when the least you can boil this to me is 2 hours, because that's the first time I ever made it was for 2 hours. And the max I made it, I boiled it, well, let it simmer, was for 12 hours. So the difference in the taste is when you let it sit, the longer you let it simmer, the more bitter it becomes. And I love bitter because, you know, kale is bitter anyway. Collards are bitter. And I love bitter. And the more bitter, the better I love it. So that's why I let mine boil, simmer for such a long time. But you can let yours simmer for up to 2 hours. You know, you taste it. You taste it. You be the judge. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what I use my vegetable scraps for. I put them in a Ziploc or freezer bag, throw them in the freezer until I'm ready to use it, like now. Okay, so I'm gonna end on this. And thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. From garden sowing, take what's in your garden you're sowing to your table. And I'll see you in the next video. See y'all. And don't forget to make some broth, your own broth. whether it be chicken broth, vegetable broth, whatever broth. Make your own broth. Bye now.